Hi folks. This video is about the project that I did before, the EQ focuser. Some folks are asking about, better instruction on how I created or how it can be assembled, the brackets, the parts and everything. So let me just give you a little bit of an information on how or what are the parts list. Essentially, the EQ focuser can support multiple types of motor. So this one, it's actually a NEMA 17 stepper motor. It has a four wires connected, four wires, which is basically the two for motor A and two for motor B. And I also have here the smaller motors, which is basically this one. This is a 5 volt motor. I have a better version here, this one, so you can see the there you go. This is the 28 BYJ 28 BYJ. There you go. 5 volts, and the controller for for this motor is actually this guy, the UNL 2003. Okay, so it has also five wires that can be just connected here on this socket. um, I already have the diagram, some of the diagrams you can just follow there, and of course I have the bigger one, which is the well, it's actually a NEMA 17.0 zero point 0.4 ampere, and this is a geared motor. It has a planetary gear, and then I have here the coupler. This is what's attached to my Explore Scientific 127 mm ED, and it has a I'm just using the stock focuser, which is a rack and pinion with a double speed, and usually the payload is, I have connected that to my 3 inches zero point 0.7 Explore Scientific flattener, reducer flattener, and I have also the 8th position CWO electronic filter wheel, and a CWO, and sometimes I'm always also using the Canon 5D Mark III camera, and this can just easily handle that weight. And of course, just to give you a little bit of a something that's really working for me now is this is the ST35. It's a 12 volts stepper motor, and you can basically use the same stepper motor controller, which is the UNL 2003, and it is connected via, there you go. So that's the focuser, and this is the dual speed knobs, and on the other side I removed the knob and then have a 3D printed 3D printed bracket here. All right, and you can see it's all the knobs are accessible. I just bought this 5, I think these are 5 screws that you can just add in there, and of course it's attached to that via a coupler. It's a flexible coupler. This is the type of the coupler. Let me pull it out of the depending on the size of the focuser. So basically that's the coupler. This will, I think this one's, no, this is too big. I think this is for my other focuser, but you can buy this kind of coupler in Amazon or in eBay. These are very cheap. This coupler I think this is the same. There you go, that is the same. And most of what I'm doing is just doing a 3D printed brackets. So this is one of the bracket that I have. There you go. And also I showed a couple of motors. For these NEMA motors, I am using I got two controller motors for that, or controllers for that, which is basically, first is this one. This is the easy driver. It's very simple to find it online, so you should be able to see it's in my bookmarks, which is I should have it here, easy drivers. There you go. So that's how you should connect it. This one is the stepper motor. It has four lead wires, and it is connected to the Arduino. You can follow the same connection here. I'll put this on my references. Technically, that's that. Keep in mind that this is the smaller ampered controller. If you need a bigger motor, which is the sometimes these guys are available for like the 2 amperes, there's a big easy driver. You can use that. But the code that you're going to put on your Arduino or burn in your Arduino should be the same. I have a new Arduino here, which is, I just opened it from here. So we're going to install it on this new Arduino. This is an Arduino Nano. Doesn't matter what type. I got here also the Uno and a couple of, this one is the original Arduino. Doesn't matter. You just have to connect that to your PC. So what's important is to download what I have in the GitHub. So you can go to GitHub, Everett Cabral, and then EQ Focuser. So you'll find a little bit of or a couple of Eno files in there. That's the sketch file that we're going to burn on our Arduino. So this one, the first one, this is about using the UNL driver. This guy, the UNL driver, ULN. I can't read, but some should be something about that. And of course I got the easy driver. The easy driver is that one, and I also have the so easy driver, and this one is the motor shield. The motor shield is actually available via Adafruit. I have it currently installed, which has it can connect to 2 controllers, I mean 2 focusers at the same time. All right, let's do something like installing the software, because that is essential. So I have here connected already. Okay. So just to demonstrate, I'm going to turn on. There you go. It turned on, and we're going to erase whatever's burned here. All right, so that should be it. Open up your install the software for Arduino. You can easily download that. Just Arduino, and then here go to this page, and then you can go to the software. There you go, download the ADE. That's it. That's all the thing that you need. Okay, so they have 1.8.5. I have 1.8.1. Doesn't matter, but that should be it. Copy this file, because we're going to use, or I've been using this essentially. And let me move this. I've been using this easy driver most of the time. So let me use the motor shield, the easy driver. Okay, so the easy driver is that guy. Actually, I created, I just, I copied the code, just named it a little bit. Um, but that should be it. Just copy this, copy, and then put it on your Arduino. So the way to open it is you just have to open up Arduino. There you go. I have Arduino there. Once after you installed it, just opened it. I got the B2, but I'm there you go, the geared one, because that is also applicable for anything here. You can use this, the NEMA, or the geared, doesn't really matter. The only difference is I think the geared has a max speed of I think I set it to 300, but that should be it. It's just the speed. All right, so let's move on. We want to install the driver or the sketch file here. Okay, so I've already connected it. I need to make sure that I check the nano depending on your board. So this one is the nano, this one is the uno. Okay, and then check the COM ports. Right now we're using COM port 7. What's important here is this library. So we need to download the library, which can be done here on the sketch. Under the sketch, you can do include library. So you see that I already have it there. So just do manage libraries if you still don't have it, and then you can just search it for the Axle Stepper. Axle Stepper, there you go. So I already installed it. So if you don't install it or you haven't installed it, just select the version and install. That's it. And then close, and then you can upload. You can verify first or upload, but I already verified it. So just make sure you upload, and then it's compiling. It's compiling the sketch and then uploading. You see that it's uploading. So you can see this. I'm just holding it. It's very small. So while it's uploading, I'll just show you what I have here. So I created a very small, actually I have it better on one of my telescope, but this one is just the one that I'm playing around. This one has the Uno and then the easy driver. Okay, so I've been printing brackets and I've been printing cases also. So these are my cases. Anyway, so also the bracket. It's 3D printed bracket. Done uploading. How can we check if we have the right one? So here, just open up the serial monitor and you should be able to see something like, there you go, EQ focuser, and it's using the stepper motor. It's position 0. Alright, so that is very easy to check. Actually, we can send commands now. Let's say 100. Oh, okay, so we're not getting any value there. This is the list of the command. There you go, A, and then some sort of a step. Okay, that is already set on the if we're going to look at the code and how it's communicating, you can look at the driver CS, and on the driver CS you'll see how we're communicating to that via the serial port command, and then the a number, some sort of a number. So if we look at this guy, there you go, it should be something like I colon and then 300. So let's say I colon 300. That's how it's going to get that receive the commands. So what is the command for, let's say getting the position, get speed, get max speed, get status. Doesn't really have anything there. That's for the stop. Anyway, I can give more information about this, but what's important is it's already burned in our Arduino. Set position, get current position. There you go. All right, so let me close this, and then I'll open up a whatever I have for testing this. I have here the client. I wrote this client also for testing. So I got two EQ projects now, the focuser and the switch. Let's go to this focuser. There you go. I already installed the driver. So to install that driver that will be available for you to download, and it will install the ASCOM driver, is let's go to the releases. There you go. You can just download this as a setup. After you set up, then regardless of the application that you're using, so let's say we're going to use, let's say, nebulosity here. I'm checking nebulosity. So in nebulosity, you can use your focuser and then select ASCOM, and then from here you should be able to select the ASCOM focuser driver for EQ focuser. And this, okay, let's just repeat it because sometimes you need to repeat it to get the COM port. Now we have the EQ focuser driver and everything, and then detected motor driver stepper, because we use the stepper for the that we burned. All right, and then connect, and then you'll see that this is actually the driver. ASCOM driver can support two motors, and then you can do this, and then it's moving, blah 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 blah. There you go, ready. Same thing with that. And if you look here, focuser, where's the focuser here? Let's view that focuser. Sorry, let's open that again. Focuser here, we have the same. You can say, let's say, go to, okay, let's say go to 1000 or 100. Go to 100. There you go. You see that's also moving, and we have 100 there. All right, so let's say 5000. Go to, and it's moving, and then even without the driver itself you can test it. And then once it's finished, still moving, so it's just moving. And then once it's finished, it's going to say ready, and then we'll update this one. Although we use that, we can, vice versa, we can use it. Okay, so I haven't really updated that, advanced that there, but you should get the driver, the sketch file in your Arduino with that process. What else can I do here just to give more information? So I'll be putting in the parts list that I use, and what kind of sketch file that is needed for the different drivers that we need. All the information should be the same on how to build the connection, or how to get the connection working. You can just go to this AC driver information, and that should be the wiring, and that should be it. All right, you can like or subscribe to these videos so that you can also get some updates. By the way, these are just some of my photographs that I've used, and I'm always using this um, EQ focuser that I made. All right, thanks folks for watching.